Hey peeps, welcome back to Quern Undying Thoughts. In the last episode, we managed to open up the professor's laboratory and find out the properties of these various energetic crystals. This time, we're going to see how far we can go in terms of the town itself and see what more secrets can we find in this place. So yeah, I did not stream on Friday. Because some things kind of came up in my school. Thankfully, it's all taken care of, and I'm officially done with the semester this time. So, yeah, everything goes according to plan. Next week, I'm graduating, which means I'm probably not going to be like, if I do stream, it's going to be very sporadic because I'm going to basically be graduating at that point. Probably it's pretty good I'm not streaming that time. But if I do, it's probably at most going to be one time. Because a lot of things are happening. Next week I'm going to be out of town. I'm graduating, obviously. And then just, it'll be the beginning of a vacation. And then I can't promise the week after that. But most likely I probably will once I get back in town. But we'll see. But yeah, as of Saturday, I'm officially done with school. So, yeah, it's very mind-blowing. I'm still processing all that, but yeah, I'm home free. I've graduated, and I'm just, about to graduate, and just, no surprise about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the game, shall we? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a really good Mother's Day. Yesterday, I had brunch with my friends and some of their parents too, which was great. What was this? Okay, but yeah, so we got to a new part of the town. So hopefully, we should be able to see more this time. For those who are running the game for the first time, again, I say that make sure that you do not run this unless you have a really powerful computer. But even at that, from what I'm finding from the forums, do not use your computer's native resolution. I repeat, do not use your computer's native resolution, especially if you're using a laptop, because probably pretty good, it won't be able to handle it. And that is kind of the risk when it comes to like running indie games like this, because sometimes they're not completely optimized. But yeah, gonna continue where we left off. And it turns out, the other thing that I found out as well with this new chapter is that we no longer need to use the physical handy-dandy notebook. The handy-dandy notebook is literally in the game itself, which is nice. I'm going to miss drawing in my own book, but I think I might still use it for anything that's math related or something like that. And, okay, good. It did not get stuck on the loading screen. Okay, I was a little nervous I was going to do that. Okay. So we got a new area, which is the Watchtower and the Southern Passage. So we got a new area in here, which we still need to explore thoroughly. Oh, yeah, this is where we didn't get to before. This is the, Watchtower. All along the Watchtower. I love that song. Oh, the torch goes here. Okay, I see. But that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, because this is, it kind of reminds me of a, whatchamacallit, a lighthouse. But yeah, let's go ahead and put this a look here. Obviously, it's not going to look perfect because I changed the latency somewhat. But yeah, this is what it looks like without the crystal in it. But I bet with it, there might be some writing in here. Alright, let's fix it up. I bet we have to line it up with this. But let's go back to the... Oh, what's that? It looks like a pipe. But let's line it up back to the front where the water is. And then let's go ahead and put it in here. Do we need to rotate this at all? Okay. So now let's go ahead and... Look, I see now there's a beam going through it. So what we're going to do, I think, what we need to do is we need to line this up on that, the aperture. And that should tell us something. Yeah, see that? Switch went up. Oh! We could jump! Sweet! There's no fall damage. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Let's see what this is. So it looks like there's more than one switch here. So I bet if we blast a different colored light in, it'll activate something else. But we'll see. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look what's inside here. What's this? I wonder what it powered. Let's just take a look around. Okay, so clearly something's supposed to go in here. Let me get my mouse on, actually. And I forgot to put on my chat, of course. Come on. But yeah, in terms of, like, life stuff, I actually saw a video by Skylife on YouTube featuring a creator I followed for a number of years, Mint Fairy. And then it turns out that Mint Fairy's from my home state, and they even filmed the video in my favorite park. Which is not too far from where I live, which just, it really surprised me, but it also really confirmed something. My dad and I go there quite a bit to hike and walk and meditate and stuff, and I just love that place. And the fact that they filmed their episode right there, basically confirmed that that place really is magical. Like, I find it to be a very, very beautiful and magical place. So the fact that they filmed it there it just confirms something that I felt for a very long time. So if you happen to be in the area and you happen to know where that is, just know what they're saying is very legit. You know? It's a very beautiful place. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to figure out where this unlocked. Because we got this. try following the power line. Or, oh wait, there's a button here. Something else I need to power up, I guess. Gotta connect it somehow. Because none of these are working. Let's see. Yeah, we need more power. Can we open this? I think it's just for decoration. But clearly, I think the power is supposed to lead, like, the power is clearly supposed to lead us to this point here. So we gotta find another source of power, I think. Or maybe we need to find, we probably need to find like a bigger torch. But then again, there is only the one torch, which I'm assuming we collected the one upstairs. Yeah, it's not working. But let's see. Let me check on the lab. Yeah, it's only the one torch. Oh, wait. Numbers. And there's symbols here, too. Okay. Just got my notebook on. So, there's an order to this, I think. So, I'm going to go ahead and draw this out. Because I have a feeling this might be a certain order. So, I don't know if you have to press it a number of times or what, but let me draw out the order that it's showing to me here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this could either be an order or the number of times you need to press something. Let me see. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, because I didn't notice that until now. Okay, but clearly we got a power. Like, there's some sort of power that we need to get to open this up, and possibly open this up too. Oh, wait! Wait. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we need to shine this light up here somehow, and that should open this up, hopefully. And all this stuff up here. So it's like per area. Okay, I see what we're doing here now. Okay, so let me see. So let's try this thing here. If I could zoom in. I forget what zooming in is. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so I think we need to go by character order. So let's try the order first. If it's not that, then I'll do the order we see on the paper. But let's try the order that like they wrote on the symbols first. Okay. So the first one is it's like sideways, I think. This one's the closest, so I'm going to do this one first. Then this will be number 2. Then the curvy F is number 3. Did I write that correctly? Let me see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything close to that. Gonna try this, even though it looks wrong. And then 4 is the I with a dot. The I with a dash. Not close to that either. This one is the closest here. And then last one is a T, which I think there might be some characters missing. Yeah, I think it's some characters missing. Because some of these look right. Like, 2 of them look right, but like, the last ones don't. Okay. So, let's take a look at this again. I think it's an order. But I think he deliberately, like, miswrote some of the characters. So in terms of T symbols, there's this one, there's that one. I think he deliberately made things missing. In terms of curved F, that's the closest. But there's also this one. This could be that. So it could be this. You know, come to think of it, we didn't actually rotate the. Whoops. We didn't rotate the piece of paper. Let me see. We'll come back to that later. Let's go back to the watchtower, and then rotate the this towards over there, and we'll see what we get. Let me see something real quick. Because we got this path here. Okay. So we gotta blast it over here. Which I think we have a straight shot. Yeah, we do. Okay. So we just need to like make sure we raise it up. I think this'll keep it upwards. Let's try pressing that. And then we rotate this to... I think it stayed on. So then we rotate it like upwards and then to the, yeah, like this. Oh yeah, we're seeing blue text up there now. I think there's something blue going up there. So we'll come back to this later. Let's go back up to the observation deck. The lab. So it's gonna be letters like shining in here and like, whoa! This looks like space! And this place is glowing, of course, because now we got the crystal activated and all that. Perfect. Like the lights activated and all that. So these are clues. So 1, 2. Oh, that makes way more sense. Okay. So this letter plus the number translates to what you get. Okay, so it is in order already. So the first one is this one at the bottom here, and it's number 4. So it's this symbol. That makes way more sense. Because some of these were not showing up. Number 4. And that's this symbol. Okay, let's take a picture. Posterity. Okay. The number 2 is this one, and that's number 2. Which is swirl. Then number 3 is this one, which is character number 5. So it's this symbol. Then the 4th one is this one with symbol number 1, which is this one. And then finally, this one with symbol number 3, which is this. Alright, so we got our password now. So now we're going to go ahead and unlock this. So we need to reset this. Oops. We need to reset this. Alright, so first one is this one. Second one is the swirl, which is this one. Third one is the S with the dot, this one. Then the 4th one is the wave, sound wave, which is this one. And the last one is this one here. Oh, we're moving! That was cool. Okay. Alright, and down we go. Into the secret passage. And we got another energy crystal here, which no doubt we're going to use for the other doorway. And then we've got this lantern here. And then, can we open this? That's locked. Okay. So no doubt there's got to be some sort of like lock and key stuff down in the hanging platform that we need to solve there. But right now, let's go back to actually, let me try something real quick. Let's go ahead and put the torch here and then electrify it. Let's see what happens. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back to the watchtower. I don't know if this is going to do anything considering that this self-lights, but this one doesn't. But we'll see. Let's try. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Yeah, of course it wouldn't work because like it's not self-powered. We might need to put this in a different position. But yeah, let's put you back in. Position with the like this. So that opens that back up. Okay. No doubt, probably it's for the other thing. That's already on. Alright. So I got way lower. Let me try something. No, that's too narrow. Let me see. There's gotta be somewhere where we can place this. Oh, wait! Now that works! Weird. I don't know what happened between what I did before, but... Oh, probably because I aimed it a little bit better. I don't know. But for some reason, like when I did that before, it wasn't working. But let me try this now. That's not activating. Let me see. That turned off. That means there's an order. There's an order to turn things on then. Because that one turned on immediately when I did that one. So like, let me say something. Yeah, it resets. That means there's an order. So first it's this one. Then the wheel is number 2. Because like that immediately activated the moment I did that. It was like random when I did that. So this one's number 2. See that? Okay. And then, let's see what number 3 is. So that means there's an order. Because that's number 2. Let me see what number 3. Number 3, where are you at? That turns that off. And then, let me turn this on. Interesting. That's weird. So now that's off too. Let me see. So I think there's an order. I think there's an order. Cause like, because doing it by regular order of like going 1, 2, 3 doesn't seem to do it. Let me try that. I'll go ahead and try that. So start with this one, number 1. So that activates. And then number 2 is this one. Let me see. That deactivated it. So that means there's an order. There's an order to this. So let me try number 1, Number 2. So there is an order to it. Excuse me. And then let me try. There's number 3. Number 3. Let's make this number 3. If that turns out, that means there's got to be another switch that I'm not seeing. That deactivated it, so... So clearly there's an order. Don't know how I got there exactly, but anyway. That's the exit there. And let me try something here. Can I put it in this? Oh, there was an order. Okay. So, I can't tell which one's supposed to be. But I'm assuming, based on this diagram here, that it's got to be... There's got to be a switch number 4 somewhere. So, you've got the switch here with the aperture. Then it goes to the third one. The third switch around where the wheel is. So then, and then it goes back. There's something before the aperture, which I need to find. Then it goes to the one at the cave, and then that leads to whatever door is at the end. So we got 2 of them. So we've got this one. We've got the wheel. Wheel's number 2. Wheel's number 2. So there's something before the door then. So before this one. We need to find it. Something before this one in particular. So let's find that other switch. If we could find it. That's fine. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. I feel so ridiculous now. Went in circles for nothing. Okay. So then it's this one. And then this one is number 4. Right here. And then whatever... I don't know what it's activating exactly. Okay, we got that done. So whatever we did activated something else. I'm assuming it's probably in the town square. Because it goes pretty far. I'm assuming it's a town square. Like, it opened something in here. Yep, it did. This thing. And looks like some sort of thermometer or device. Let's see what it is. These look like letters. Okay, let's take a closer look at our inventory here. Oh, they're buttons. Okay, can we rotate this? So the back, there's clearly some gears, some mechanisms. So we need to press this in the correct order, and we'll know for sure what it is. It also could be, come to think of it, also could be a door piece. Also could be a door piece. So let's go ahead and put, because like there is one door that it kind of makes sense to put it on, which is over here. Because like it matches perfectly. Yep, there we go. And all we need to do now is figure out where we can find this piece. So there's 6 pieces. And we need to figure out what those 6 pieces are. Alright. So we got that figured out. Then we got these switches here. Which... I don't know what it's supposed to do. Let's see. Alright. So we need to figure out that. And then is there anything else we need to figure out here? Because, like, I feel like there's something else here that we need to figure out. Because, like, this is blue. I think it's supposed to be another switch. But, again, it only showed one, so... I don't know. Let's try another hint. I'm sure it fits the crystal torch holders around the island, which we already did that. So let's see. Wait a second. This is the handle. This is the handle for that door. I figured it out. It's for this door. The blue. Because it's shaped in such a way that you have to fit it in here. No, it's not. What? Let's get a hint. A torch with an unpowered blue crystal. And then this one must be a lantern. Oh, a tank. Oh, yep. This one I know what the answer is. Okay. So this one goes to the hanging platform. This one's pretty straightforward. There we go. Alright, so we go down, put it down. Can't carry this, so hello. So I'm assuming we need to put the pine cones in here, right? Yep, because we need fish food. So now that's done. So now we put it in, and then by the time we pull it up, there should be some fish inside. Because the pine cones are fish bait. I remember that from the illustration. There we go. Okay. And I think what we need to do now is have this electrify the blue crystal, and that should activate. Alright. In theory. Can't really figure out how to open that. But we got a fish in the meantime, which I don't know what to do with. Got a fish and a tank, which I don't know what to do with. Okay. So far, we figured out quite a number of things. For those who are just tuning in, there was a secret passageway that we found in the professor's lab through lighting up the room with the orange crystal. And then we finally used the ground pine cones as fish bait, which turns out to be for electrical fish. And then we activated this power plant connection. So I think really all that's left now is really this area, I think. Before we open up another door, well, let's see. So let's go ahead and maybe try. Let me try this. Or maybe I'll put it in here. Oh, it's too big. Okay, let's see. But it stood out that it was not electrified, so let's see what they say about it. It's kind of like an electric eel. Fish in the tank seems to produce electricity. I can see that. So might need to go back to the lab. I don't know. Okay. And apparently there's no fall damage. I just found that out. But yeah, we need to electrify this somehow. So let's let me grab that for a hot minute. I wonder how many times do we have to like electrify this multiple times? I wonder. Let me see. Let me try something. Okay, I think I have a guess as to what I need to do with this torch. So and the fish tank. So what I need, I think, is excuse me. Some sort of oh, this still works. Okay. Does it relock it? I wonder. No, it does not. It just keeps it open. Okay. Alright. So clearly, I think what we need to do here is we need to find some way to connect the eel with some sort of conduit and then put the blue crystal on the other side. And then that's how we get power working through it. At least that's the sense that I'm getting. But yeah, here's the secret passage, in case you're wondering what it looks like. But yeah, I picked up the blue torch from here. And then there's this door here, which I have yet to unlock. And then I thought originally it was the handle for that, but it wasn't. And then connecting all the power stations, we got this to open up. But then we got a different thing going where we got to figure out how to get these switches to move. And then did I watch what? Sorry, I can't understand that. But yeah, then there's also the this button that I got here, which I attached to this, and then we got this part here as well. So quite a bit. There's quite a bit that we solved here. So let's see. So it's showing the tree here. Tree in the tower. I don't know if those are red herrings, but we'll see. I'm not actually sure. I think there's something up here that we need to activate. Hmm. Where's that exactly? That's the part that I'm still trying to figure out. Hmm. Hey, you see that blue light over there? It's gotta be the lab, right? Let me see. Cause like, no, that's the watchtower. I see that. Okay. So we need to find where this. Okay, that's probably that secret passage in the back. How do we get to that is the question. And no doubt this is leading towards a bottom passage, which I have yet to figure out how to get to. But this part's broken. And there's another door here. Yeah, I see those purple hearts in the chat. Because there's also here that we have yet to connect as well. Oh, wait. Wait. I did not notice that until now. Let's put this in here first. Or, nope. I could not choose which one I put in. Let's put this one first. Nothing in here. But then if we put the orange one, and unlock something, clearly. Okay, clearly this moves. This slides, I think. And that's how we get across. So let's go back up to the lab. No, there's got to be like some sort of door that activated in this place. Let's see. Nope. So what activated? Because like clearly something powered with those wires. I can't tell what though. Oh, Eurovision. Oh, yeah, I didn't know the acronym towards it. I haven't watched this year's just yet. I'm a little behind. And unfortunately, Eurovision's not as big in the US as it should be, even though we do have like there is a film on Netflix about it, or like a fictionalized film about a fictionalized Eurovision film. Sweden won again. Wow, nice. Yeah, not surprising, really. I mean, like, oh, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out after the stream's over. Yeah, I started getting back into Eurovision during the lockdown with Effendi's song Cleopatra, which was her entry for I think she's Georgian, if I remember correctly. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I definitely take some time and watch Eurovision. I think the problem is like with the US, it's like it's very like obviously like they're kind of a little bit more insular. We actually did try some equivalent back in I think it was last year or 2021 with this competition where they tried to get singers and songwriters from all 50 all 50 states and all the outlying territories, but it didn't become a big hit because it doesn't have the camp or the reach that Eurovision has, so it didn't do as well as it could have. And then because obviously, like, I mean, unless you grow up with like parents who know about Eurovision, my parents are huge fans of Eurovision. Pretty much like you really researched, you really wouldn't know Eurovision. At least for most people that I've seen anyway. Most people probably didn't even like really know Eurovision until the 2020 film with Rachel McAdams and Will Ferrell. And the funniest thing is that they play Swedish singers in that movie. Which if you've not seen it, I recommend it. It's a pretty fun film. Like, some of the references in there are just not really. Yeah, Americans don't really know about Eurovision as much. But yeah, everybody else knows about American holidays, and they're just tired of it. Yeah, I mean, let you have it. But honestly, Americans, like, they really don't, like, unfortunately, I mean, then again, I'm kind of in a bubble, so I'm not really the best litmus test for this, but there are way fewer Americans that know Eurovision compared to everybody else who knows 4th of July. Yeah, seriously, the reason why I got surprised about ESC when you said that, I was like, Eurovision already happened? What? Yeah, because, like, we don't talk about Eurovision very much here. Unless you're in a European-heavy community, Eurovision's not a big thing here. It's sad. It really is. And, again, Americans tried some sort of equivalent back in 2021, where they recruited people from all 50 states and all the outlying territories, like American Samoa and Guam, to compete in a national singing competition. But because it doesn't have the camp and the reach that Eurovision has, it failed. It hasn't been renewed for another year. Yeah, we can stream it, but we can't compete in it. That's the other reason why I think Eurovision's not a hit here in the States, because, like, if we can't compete in it, there's no investment. We're not eligible, for obvious reasons. And it's like, if we're not eligible... Yeah, there is a reason for that, obviously. But, like, I mean, obviously it's in the name. Come on. But, like... But, yeah, unfortunately Americans are very self-centered in that fashion, where, like, if we're not eligible for it, we're just not going to watch it. We as in, the royal we, not we as in me. I watch Eurovision. Yeah, Australia, it's because they're still they're under, like, there's some UK connection still going, so they are the exception. And then I think there was I think I remember, like, back in the 80s or 90s, there technically was an American competitor, but they were competing through a European country because their ancestry's from there. But otherwise, there hasn't been like an American competitor. Like, I think, like, Australia is the exception because of a Commonwealth thing. Something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, and like everyone's like, no, we want to actually do something, but yeah, obviously, for obvious reasons, we can't. So, just gotta deal. And I am stuck in a rock. Oh my god. Oh my god, how did that happen? Yeah, I think it's about the Commonwealth. That's the reason why Australia's able to go in. Let me try that. I don't see. So let me. Let me get back up here. Yeah. So, like, by extension, technically New Zealand should count, or Aotearoa should be able to do it as well by that same logic. I know you guys are wondering, like, how come I'm saying the Maori name for New Zealand. I know since Jacinda Ardern, who's now basically retired from the position, there have been those petitions to officially refer to New Zealand back to its original Maori name. So I've been trying to get into the habit of saying it more often, so that way when the name officially does occur, which the probability is pretty good, it could happen in the next couple of years. I'll be more used to saying it by then. And technically, in a way, there actually has been a huge Maori influence in American culture, actually. If anybody's played Legos, the probability is pretty good you might remember the series Bionicle. Bionicle was heavily based on Maori spirituality and mythology. And so the Maori elders eventually contacted Lego and said, like, I appreciate you really wanted to incorporate the stories in here, but you technically didn't really cite us to give the okay to try that, so you're gonna have to change some aspects of it to make sure people don't confuse Bionicle with our spirituality. So there's still those references in passing, but for the most part, they try to change the terminology somewhat to make sure it doesn't fall completely under Maori, under Maori spirituality, if that makes any sense. So like some of the names are still kind of there, but they changed it up somewhat that it's not an appropriation. How do I do this? So clearly something powered up. But then I don't know. But yeah, I used to watch the Bionicle TV series quite heavily, so that's how I kind of got to find out about that. And then I think it wasn't until I read the Wikipedia article. I tend to go into nostalgia rabbit holes quite a bit, and it's been obviously because I'm an adult. It's been happening more and more lately, and so I searched up Bionicle on a whim, and then I found out that it heavily references Maori mythology, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that actually kind of makes sense thinking about it. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I've been going through those rabbit holes lately, and then when I found out that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's interesting. So yeah, Maori mythology, definitely check that out, read that up if you are curious, because it's just interesting. Okay, you're not wrong. But I mean, I'm trying to like nowadays try to see, I mean, if you're going through some sadness or frustration, I'm trying to look at it as like a symbol of it being of like, I try to look at it more as like a signal that I need to shift something, that there's or like a space for growth. Obviously, if it gets super overwhelming or if it's getting to awful levels, definitely seek help. Like, that's something you absolutely need to do. But also, instead of running away from the feelings or like suppressing them, which I feel like a lot of toxic positivity culture tends to do, instead, it might be a chance to be, I mean, it's a hot take, but that's what I've been thinking about it more and more nowadays. Instead of like having to suppress the emotions or or not examining them deeply, instead it might be a chance to see them as an opportunity for growth, as an opportunity for change, to become a better person than you were yesterday. Like, I guess I thought about it because I came across this video on YouTube called 1984 Tried to Warn You. And a lot of the tropes in that book they've been happening. It's kind of scary, really, thinking about it. And considering a lot of the censorship in books is nothing new. Like, I worked as a librarian for about 3-4 years of my life, and so talks about book censorship are nothing new to me. But the degree in which it's been happening in recent years, it's pretty scary. And even to the point that, once again, that even 1984 has kind of been used as criteria, if I could better phrasing, for whether or not you are supportive of your community or your state. Which, I mean, again, George Orwell being censored, not a new thing. But on the other hand, though, like, the way that they're using it now, it's actually pretty scary. But to fast forward a little bit, the last few minutes of the video really stuck with me because it talked about how a lot of these things are making us forget, like, the reason why most of us might feel aimless right now is because a lot of these systems were ultimately designed that way. To knock the wonder and curiosity out of us. And so, instead of surrendering to the frustration, instead it's important that or suppressing it, instead it's important that we examine that frustration. And more importantly, channel that towards things that help with our well-being and our neighbors' well-being. Because isolating us is the next thing they're going to do. So the biggest thing is to, like, remember our human family and reconnect to ourselves and each other as such. And as you all know, some of you may know, I also studied religion as part of my degree. And yes, granted, there have been some negatives that have occurred in the name of religion. However, there have been positives that we do need to highlight just as much, that I think a lot of people, religious, spiritual, or even non-religious or atheists, can definitely take note upon, which is, instead of looking at something as like a wish as merely a wish granter, which is what we tend to look upon religion as, we instead, or at least like popular culture tends to boil down religion as, instead, we should look upon faith of any sort, be it in science, be it in energy, be it in God or gods or spirits, or any sort of belief, as strength that you can put towards living the next day, or making your community so much better than you did before. That aspect definitely touched me, like, because that's how I prayed originally. Like, even back when I was younger, like, I prayed not necessarily for, I mean, I did pray, like set intentions for helping other people, or supporting other people, or helping them get through whatever challenge they're getting through. But I also prayed, like, most of the time, I prayed for strength to get through the next day, or get through this tough moment. And I've recently started coming back to that. And I'm finding, at least from personal experience, that it's a whole different energy compared to asking for something. I mean, you still can do that, obviously, but like, asking for strength in a way instead, or seeing that you're supported, it's a whole different energy. At least to me. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's, in a way, reinforcing what I already have, and then extending it to the world. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, that's how I feel it anyway. Like, that's how I kind of experience it, is I am able to extend that love to other people in the world, and then try to use it accordingly to social well-being, social justice, etc. I mean, in some faith traditions, there are even entire phrases, entire missions that put you towards that. I even think of in Judaism, there are, there's even like an entire phrase, I just forgot what it was in Hebrew, but it translates more or less to bettering the world, or bettering the planet, through good works that affect not just them, but for all of humanity. And that's something that I think anybody can get behind. But yeah, this is what it looks like when you put the orange light through here. It's gorgeous. Huh, interesting. That is interesting. Cats and dogs can watch PowerPoint until we set them in front of the TV, and then dogs require 70 to see images of fluid motion, and then cats required 100. That certainly explains their accuracy. And then I think for the majority of humans, I think the minimum required for smooth movement for them, I think it's 60. Because most games are 60 frames. And then AMABs, I mean, I think, like, then again, I think it's because they've had more years of experience. Oh, it's 20? It's only 20? Huh, interesting. But yeah, but like AMABs are able to see more frames, but like I think it's because they had way more practice at it compared to AFABs. Okay, it's 20 FPS for humans, but like yeah, it's kind of interesting because like the games always do 60. Like they always emphasize 60 at bare minimum. Movies and TV are usually 24. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, AMABs tend, like, it's interesting, like, AMABs can say, like, could see the frame differences a lot better than AFABs, but I think, my theory is that because they've been encouraged more to use their spatial reasoning compared to AFABs. But then again, there are some, hey! Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Quern's pretty good so far. So far I've gotten up to figuring out the secret passage in the lab, but now, I mean, I think I know pretty much at this. Yeah. I mean, I don't game as much as an average AMAB here in the US, but I admit, I'm not as sharp when it comes to their visual acuity, when it comes to, like, screen tearing, compared to the average AMAB gamer. From personal experience, because, like, I have a couple of my gaming friends, like, my gaming guy friends, they talk about, like, a visual quality, it's like, have you seen that screen tear or that motion? And it's like, unless it lags super terribly, I don't notice it. Like, if it's lagging terribly, like, there's a bunch of screen tearing, but I know it's because of, like, because my Intel is not as supported compared to the more recent ones. But yeah, everybody talks about screen tearing, and it's like, I don't catch it unless, like, the lag is super duper bad. Whereas everybody else, like, they find it pretty, like, that. But again, I just might need more practice at it, is all. But yeah, to answer... Oh, of course. Thank you, Orion. But yeah, Quern, I've played... This is like my third part now. And so far, let me see what I've done so far. So far, I've unlocked the crystal lab way from the top. I got the secret passage in the bottom. I did the power station at the watchtower. I have to figure out the secret tunnels for either one of these spots, any of these spots here. And then, I got the eel from the hanging platform. I have yet to unlock the box from that, or unlock the bottom steps for this. And then I also need to electrify this, which I think there's got to be some sort of conduit or some sort of wiring that I need to put in this tank to connect to this thing and then electrify it. Like, that's what I'm getting so far. I also don't know what this room is supposed to be exactly. And then other part that I've figured out so far is that clearly yeah. You should have seen us last episode. Last episode we were like, we need to figure out this slide puzzle. We spent like maybe like 20 or 30 minutes, like Yo and I spent like 20 or 30 minutes like figuring out that slide puzzle that opened the lab. It was hilarious though. I like that. That probably was my favorite part of this playthrough to date. But yeah, I know that the torch, I think the orange torch also goes to, the orange torch I think goes to this torch holder here. Let me show you where I'm talking about. I mean, it sounds like you've been a long time player, so I know it goes to here. and I heard something go off because I know there's like a light sensor and there's wires, but I can't figure out for the life of me where this goes to. And clearly, I think this platform or some sort of platform is supposed to emerge or move to help me get to the other side of this spot. But then that kind of goes back to the original problem, which is that I can't find the key to open the bottom of the lab staircase, nor can I figure out where I could find the place where I can open the chest, because clearly, from what I could tell from here, we have to link this somehow to get through to the other side and possibly press a switch that opens the door. From what I can tell anyway. I mean, this is the bottom of the lab. But there's no... From what I can see, there's no switch. Oh, wait. Wait. Yeah, no, there's no switch, because this is it right here, like from the window. So that means like the switch has got to be through this door, but we need to find a key. Someone tried to check my mobile data is not keeping up with the stream at all. I'm frozen. Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be more so on my end because I am streaming through a laptop. And Quern, I mean, the optimization's not the best in general, but it's especially bad for Intel-based Macs, which mine is an Intel-based Mac. So that is one issue that might be affecting your stream quality. So that part on that front, I apologize. But that's what's been going on. Okay. It's okay, Orion. Feel free to catch me. I think my next stream should be on Wednesday and possibly Friday as well. So if you happen to catch me then, feel free to leave my Mac alone. That's how I get my quality videos, okay? Like, I film documentaries on the side as well, and in terms of video editing, Mac is actually pretty good in terms of that front. Like a lot of the software that I have, that I have is actually pretty good for this. I know Mac is not the gaming titan it used to be. Like the 90s and 2000s, it was certainly really good for that. But then obviously the 2000s, everything changed when the 2000s occurred, and then they wanted to be looked upon as a serious working machine. So a lot of the optimization they used to put towards gaming, they threw that out the window until the iPhone came out, and then a lot of the mobile games have the optimization. And they just forgot that a lot of people want the same optimization for the computers itself. Until Apple Arcade started up. But then they kind of forget a lot of those games, again, are not optimized for Mac specs. So it's like, Apple, pick one. Pick one. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, I am planning on investing in a Windows laptop as soon as I get the funds. Because a lot of the... Oh, sweet. But yeah, I am planning on investing in a new laptop as soon as I get the funds, because I have a lot of Windows games that I won through giveaways in the past, and I would like to be able to play those at some point. Okay, so clearly there's something up here that I need to work with. There's a tower. But that's floating up here, up in the sky here. Yeah, it seems like Acer and Asus seems to be the most popular ones. At least with like, because I have a bunch of my coworkers are comp sci majors, so like I see a lot of them with like with Asus or Acer. I have been leaning towards Lenovo. Specifically the Lenovo Legion, because it has like the specs that I want in there, and it's also easy to modify. But yeah, I also am open to. I'm also open to Acer. But yeah, this part here is the one that I can't figure out as well. But clearly, there's something that we need to put in here for it to work. And then we also need to find the handle for this, which I thought initially was this, because the bottom was narrower, but it's not. It's something completely different. So there's a lot that I still need to find. I quit laptops. Using an iPad for daily use basic internet and some games, and you got a decent Lenovo gaming PC tower. Yeah, like something like that I was thinking of getting. Like a PC tower. It does make it a little inconvenient when it comes to gaming on the go, which was what I tend to do a lot more of anyway. But I can see why people would prefer a PC setup rather than a laptop setup. The laptop, I just find that I'm on the go. Yeah, like for me, it's the mobility. Like I like being on the go with it. Like if I'm out of town and I'm in the mood to play something, I would prefer to have something with me. But yeah, let me see something in here. So like clearly, there's something I have to put in here. I don't know what it is though. There's something in here, and then there's something here. Yeah, stationary is better fans. I think it's like able to. It's just like I feel like the power overall in those ones is just much better. It's just much better overall, compared to laptop setups. You know. And then this part I'm still trying to figure out. It just feels like you have to like paint something in here. Yeah, better CPU, and then certainly, obviously, like the really powerful GPUs you can use in that as well. Like, the other thing is, like, I really want to get an NVIDIA graphics card. And the RAM. Yep, the RAM. Just, overall, very, very easy to customize. Like, that's the one thing that's been, like, making me want to get a desktop setup, because there's so much you can do with it. I am so stuck, but yeah, like that's the part that I can tell. Like there are obviously a lot of tools that I just don't have yet. The picture did show a tree, like in the dome house that I unlocked in the beginning. It showed a tree, but I'm not sure if the tree contains something or it's just a red herring. Like I can tell with, let me see, with this thing here, clearly there's something that activated because there's the light in this part, but like I can't tell what that. It feels like something's stuck because I'm hearing a sound when I put it in. There is a highlight interactive objects key, but it's the same thing. It highlights anything without regard to what you can use now. Yeah. So actually, yeah, let me turn that on, actually. That setting. Was it under... What was it under again? Not controller. Head bob. Was it interaction helper? Is that what it is? Okay. Yes, interaction helper. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. So obviously that's interactive. So obviously this is interactive. We just can't figure it. We don't know how. That's interactive. We know that. That's interactive. We need to find the password for this. Yeah, it's interactive helper. Ready, open this up. That's a hint. Ready to use that. So let's check out, like, the new rooms. So I'm hearing the twinkle, but it's on the other side of this door, so we can't open it from here. It's like a one-way exit. That much I could tell. And then, let's see. What else? So obviously this is interactive because, like, we got the gear up there, but we have to, like, find some way to get up there. Or it's like, there's gotta be something at least that I can broadcast, you know? I've already interacted with this. We've already done this part. Surprisingly, that's still interactive, even though we've already used it. Obviously, we can't open that. Okay, so we pretty much did what we could do up here. Let me try going back to the very beginning, see if we missed anything in here. Obviously, we're not able to go back just yet. Already did that. I had to double check. Not interactable. Interesting. Okay. I just double checking like everything I've been through up until this point. I've already done this whole thing. That one was pretty easy. Well, not easy. Easy in air quotes. Let's see. So... Huh. The middle part's interactable. Oh! Of course! What? That makes way more sense now. So that way, now, put it in here. Charge it up. So now that's charged. Wowee. I can't believe... That was so simple. Wow. The twinkling is a little bit distracting, so I'm going to turn off the interaction helper real quick. But yeah, I feel ridiculous that it was so simple. All you needed to do was just dump the fish, the eel, in the bin, in the bowl, and then it'll move. Ah! And then now we'll put it in here. I think. No. In the watchtower. Let's do the watchtower. So let's put this one in here, because clearly it moves with that. And then we'll put this blue one in the watchtower, and then activate that. Activate the this thing down here, because there's a second button here. There's a second switch here. So like so. So flip around like so. And then if we highlight this. Huh? That did nothing. That is weird. What? Okay, that did nothing. So, and then clearly I'm holding on to this, and like it's like I'm holding on to it. So it's gonna be something else that I'm gonna have to like take a look at. Let's see. Weird. But I feel ridiculous. Like that. Like all it took was to charge it up like that. Aw, okay. Thanks a lot, Orion, for stopping by. Ah, man! But I can't believe it was so simple as, like, just put the fish in the bowl, in the obvious bowl, and then electrify it. That's all it was. That was literally all it was. I'm kind of curious. Do I need to like charge up this a bit more? Maybe it's that. Maybe why it's not turning the bridge. I'll have to give it a shot. Oh, you only need to use it once. Okay. Okay. Well, well, I'm officially stuck again. But at least I made some more progress. So we're going to go ahead and save up here. We've been here for about a couple hours, I think. And for the most part, I think we made some pretty good progress. I'm feeling pretty good with the progress we've made. But yeah, Quern Undying Thoughts. Really good game. Just needed to be optimized just a little bit more. But other than that, really fun game. I'm excited to see where we go next. I think we have like 2 more letters that we need to open up, and then we pretty much are home free for the most part. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot to figure out. Well, yeah. Whew, excuse me. That's pretty much it for this episode. In case you are curious about, excuse me, all stuff that I do outside of this, streaming. I'll show you in just a moment. But yeah, More episodes of Current Undying Thoughts will be coming up on Wednesday and Friday, so keep an eye out for those episodes. And then next week might not be as stream heavy because I am graduating. So, bare minimum, I might be able to do at least one. But if you don't see me as frequently, you know why, because I am graduating. The Myst trilogy, if you tuned in for that, that is pretty much complete. So if you want to watch the whole thing, please feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which I will show on screen in just a moment. Which right here. So DJ MK Off the Air, that's where you can find my previous playthroughs as well as the simulcast if you want to watch the episode at the same time as I am creating it. I also have a TikTok and a Discord server. And then I have a video coming up on my second channel, Theological Otaku, on YouTube, coming up later this summer. So keep an eye out for that, because it is something that I've put months of work into, so I hope you enjoy it. And finally, this episode was filmed in the lands of Lenape and the Nanticoke. If you want to learn more about whose tribal lands that you are currently living on, please feel free to check out native-land.ca or contact your local tribal confederation. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode of Quern Undying Thoughts. I'll be back on Wednesday with another episode, but until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. For those who are going through finals, hang in there. You've got this. And those who are graduating with me, congratulations. I wish for you the best in your future. And just for everybody else who's just living life, I hope you have a great week. Just have a good rest of your time. We're midway through the month. Just have a good time. All right. So yeah. Thank you so much. And in the words of Master Yensid, may your heart be your guiding key. Till next time, I'll see you later. Bye!